Guess who has the Rona? Us. Well, we have COVID-19. Not just us, his dad too. I'm pretty sure my mom has it and his mom has it. They haven't gotten their results back, but if it doesn't come back positive, I will be surprised. My friend Melissa actually was already diagnosed with COVID-19 as well. She actually has 2 babies of her own. It's a really scary situation to go through, especially if you have small children. She is going to share everything that she did to get better over on her channel. We're not doctors, we're just sharing our experience with you guys, and she's gonna share with you the remedies that she used from home to get better, since the first recommendation once you test positive for coronavirus is for you to stay home, get better, get lots of rest, and self-isolate. Highly recommend you guys go over to Melissa's channel and check her out. So now what did they say? How long do we have to stay at home?
We have to quarantine in self-isolation for 10 days since we first felt ill.
I was first to get sick, so...
Your 10 days is up already.
My 10 days is up already.
But it doesn't help that we're in the same room.
The thing is, even though it was 10 days from when my symptoms started, I still kind of feel sick. My nose is still runny, and then when I wake up in the morning, it's really, really dry. One of the symptoms is obviously a shortness of breath. So, I'm allergic to cats. Whenever I pet a cat, play with a cat, I could feel my throat closing and I just start coughing. And that's the feeling I've been getting at night. The first 3 days were really hard for me. I feel like it was the same for you, right?
Yeah.
When I first got sick, I really thought that I had a sinus infection because we were cutting shelves for the pantry downstairs, which you'll see later in another video. Whenever we work with the sander, I end up getting one. I felt all the pain in my nose. I felt it in my eyes. The worst symptom I had was back pain. That falls under body aches. I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything because of my back pain. That lasted for about 5 days. We didn't have a thermometer in the house until Michael got sick, so I had no idea if I ended up having a temperature. I did lose my sense of smell. That's how I knew, oh, we gotta get tested, because I couldn't smell vinegar. How can you not smell vinegar? At that point, I decided to get all like the household cleaners and see what I could smell. I couldn't smell bleach. I couldn't smell my Mrs. Meyer spray. I couldn't smell my perfume. I couldn't smell any food. Michael actually lost part of his taste, you said? And I didn't know that until the California COVID team called you.
Yeah, they were just asking what I felt, how what my symptoms were or whatever, and then I didn't realize it until I actually thought about it. Like whenever you made me a plate of food, it didn't taste like I knew it should have tasted.
You got way more sick than I did.
Yeah, but whenever I get sick, I'm always like completely debilitated, so.
Is that a man thing? Because, you know, Michael's mom was like very unaffected by this. She has asthma, so you would think that she would have the most symptoms. His dad was severely sick. He's still sick right now, matter of fact. He's gonna get better, but he was really sick. I've never seen him like that. He had 103, 104 fever for like 3 days. You had like a 102 fever. I don't think you went past that. They say that you should let the fever run though, because if you try to reduce it too much, the fever is not going to kill the virus that's in your system, because that's the purpose of it. And as you guys know, I take care of my mom. So that was probably the scariest thing out of everything, because that was 100% the number one thing that I was avoiding ever since the pandemic started, because my mom is diabetic. She has stage 4 chronic kidney disease. She's also schizophrenic. She is sick right now. Thankfully, she has not gotten really, really sick. There was a day recently, I woke up at 4 in the morning to the sound of a thud in the hallway. My mom said she felt like fainting. Before you knew it, she moved, she couldn't stand. So when she told me she felt like someone poisoned her and that she couldn't move, she needed to throw up. So I really thought it had something to do with her schizophrenia. And at that point, I just decided to just make her take the medicine myself. Like, I put it in her mouth and I gave her water to drink with it. I just observed her for like an hour. There was no changes. The police came first because I thought it was a psychological issue. It turned out to be a matter of her diabetes. By the time they could come, she could actually talk again. Whereas when I was observing her during that first hour, her words were slurred. She knew who I was, but she couldn't really speak. She couldn't stand, she couldn't sit. She was just kind of like jellyfish. The police said that we're gonna call the paramedics and see if we can take her on a medical hold. And by the time the paramedics came, she was able to talk clear enough to where they could understand her. They said that she was able to answer all their questions just fine. And she was refusing to go to the hospital, which was so frustrating. I was having the hardest morning. And you know, the thing that was even more like frustrating is I got up really early. I was panicking this whole time. I still have this COVID in my system and she has a cold and not sure what's going on. They said that her blood sugar was low. Let's give her some orange juice. And she's refusing to go to the hospital. And as soon as the paramedics left, what happened?
She said she was feeling better. And then I told her, okay, get up. So she sat up and I was like, no, stand up. And then she stood up with no problems.
Stood up like nothing happened. I called her doctor and she said that she should be off of her diabetic medicine for a couple days. The bottom line is we are stuck at home. It's December. We're gonna have a quarantine Christmas. Even after your isolation or your quarantine time, COVID stays in your system for 3 months. So anyone that you're around, you are putting them at risk, even though you're better and you don't have any symptoms. You can be around others if you wear a mask and you stay 6 feet apart. It just really sucks because last year we didn't really have a great December either. Grandpa passed away after being in the hospital and the nursing home for 8 months. Passed away Christmas Day. So imagine we're having a quarantine Christmas this year. For me, I just got back into a solid work schedule. I have an Etsy shop and I work from home. I have all these packages. I'm so conflicted because what am I gonna do about that? Is it safe for me to mail things out? And I'm getting messages from people and I'm kind of afraid to tell them like, oh, I have coronavirus. I try to tell myself, well, my health's more important, but those are people who are supporting me and I feel a lot of guilt towards that. I have the packages, it's just like, I can't go to the post office. If the USPS does a pickup from the house, I have been touching the packages. It's been around us. I'm in a pickle. Anyway, I don't really want this video to be all super negative, so I went back in my camera footage from 2019 and I found some hilarious clips from when Steph and I first set up my Christmas tree. This was the whole ordeal. We had no idea what we were doing with this damn Christmas tree. I don't know why it was so hard for us. Before this Christmas tree, we had an old ass Christmas tree. I'm talking about the ones with the branches. It came with a ring and you had to hook each branch into the center. It was so heavy because it was 3 parts, 7.5 foot tree. It was my first really nice tree and Steph and I were just struggling the entire time. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert this footage for you guys so you can have a good laugh after hearing our corona tragedy.
Sponsored, but you can. Are you recording?
Yeah, I am.
No.
It's okay, I'll cut it out.
You say that, but it's probably
No, I'll cut it out.
I'm cutting it out. Oh wait, oh you haven't opened it yet.
No, I haven't opened it, I haven't done anything.
I was saving it for this momentous occasion.
Okay. Alright. I've been wanting to open this for so long. This is so heavy. Shit.
One is bigger. Wait.
B. Where's A?
Oh, wait. Where's the instructions?
A.
Do you start with A or does that mean C?
Wait.
What if this is all the directions because I think it's that simple?
We're probably the only people in the world that need directions for Christmas.
Oh, we're gonna have so much in our hair. Is there a plug? Or is it just battery powered?
No. Oh, there's what?
Oh, okay.
Oh, they were supposed to connect it, right?
Connect what?
The lights together, so the top lights up. You know how like it's separate pieces? Plug it in.
Plugged it. I don't.
It's
Oh,
the whole thing! How did it do that?
Is that part connected already? Is it literally or no?
I think it's the middle.
Edit that part out. Is that tall enough? Or is
Let's do
like
an experiment.
are you gonna electrocute it?
I don't know what I'm doing for, so I have this ribbon. And you've seen how people like cascade it?
Well, a lot of people just go straight down and then they just like fold within.
Fold it?
Or just like, it's like...
I get it now. I get it now.
Yeah, like that.
This.
You go with the way it's like shaped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this. How come the lights didn't stay white twinkle?
Oh yeah. No, but it's two W's.
What? Maybe it's just like,
It's twinkle WW.
what is WB?
I'm guessing one of them means white, but I just don't know what the other W means.
Try it.
I don't know what you do with the bottom part though.
I just stuck it in here like this.
Okay, is it gonna stay? Yeah. Maybe you should tape it to the metal.
Kids, don't do this at home.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll spot you.
See, it's doing it again.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Acrobatics. Flip it, fell flat in my face.
Oh my god, please don't fall. Did he bring his car? That's not his car. Was it?
Who else's car is that loud?
Did Michael bring his car? Yeah, Michael brought his car there too. Okay. I like it.
I like it too.
I'm a fan. I'm proud of us. We did this all by ourselves. We're strong.
We
Strong,
built
independent
something.
women.
We built something. That's what I'm gonna say when they come in.
Hi. I built something. You know what you get to build for me? Yeah, she told me to wear pajamas because she said she had pajamas. Steph, you just go like this. Watch.
Ow.
You see? You just
But
like
how does it stay?
It just stays.
Did you?
It's not like someone's gonna swat it off.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you know where it is.
Okay. I just didn't want to go without permission.
How many do you have?
You're looking like a whole fruit cake right now.
It's pretty on her, huh?
It's pine trees and cranberries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Oh, that one's sick. This one's tight. I like this one.
There was a dumb moment that I had. We put the first two parts, right?
Oh,
See,
it's a whole thing. How did we do that?
Is that part connected already? And then I plugged it in, and it lit up, and I was like, wait, is this other part already lit?
Because you didn't connect. There's no plug to connect the bottom.
Yeah, you just connect them.
So we just like, well, do you plug it in? It's just like sinks. Jimmy, go like this below the camera and then bring it up. Okay. Wingardium Leviosa.
You can see my finger.
Is this like a B? This is like a B, or is this a C?
No, I think it's like is that not like a full A?
That's so sad if it's a full A. You'd have to cut that in half. If you cut this in half, then it would be May. So the original audio of this clip has some music playing in the background, so I couldn't add it in the video. When I rewatched this footage, I got all the feels because this is when I first told Steph, or anyone really, that I wanted to start my YouTube channel. This was in December 2019, and I hadn't created my first video until March 2020. I was telling her how I really wanted to have a video record of all our home projects, and I was remembering that growing up, my grandpa and I would just go to Sears to look at the camcorders. We never bought anything, but grandpa had always wanted to record home movies. I made my 2020 New Year's resolution to start my YouTube, and I'm glad to say I did. enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. And leave us a comment below if you have been through this or if you're currently going through this. Share us your experience, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified for new videos whenever they're up. Okay, see you soon, witches. Bye.